Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am so excited for today's video. We are kicking off concealer week. I did a foundation week and a loose powder week, and if you are new to my channel, what I will do is link down to those playlists in my description box if you are interested. And so we're basically doing the same thing this time with concealers. So we are starting the week off with La Prairie. Why not? It is the Light Fantastic Cellular Concealing Brightening Eye Treatment. So it's kind of like their concealer, highlighter, corrector all in one. So I am really excited to try this out. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Michelle and I am 44 going on 45. So I have 40s skin, which basically means it is slowly starting to deteriorate right before my eyes. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. Not really. I have dry, sensitive, eczema-prone skin. My skin is like a moody bitch, but I've made peace with her. We're friends now, and she's been actually behaving herself lately. And if you're interested in seeing me apply this to my face, do a full day wear test with a check-in and giving you my final thoughts and review at the end of the day, then just keep on watching. All right, I am so excited to give this a shot. So this is the box that the La Prairie came in. It is $85. I purchased this off of Nordstrom. There are 3 shades that are available, 10, 20, and 30. I purchased 10, which is the lightest. And it comes in this kind of clicky brush pen applicator or dispenser, if you will. And it also comes with a refill. So when you run out, you can simply refill this whole kind of brush clicky contraption, and basically what you see is kind of like the case of the concealer. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now usually I do like the unboxing and the unwrapping on camera for you guys, since this is basically like a first impressions, first full day wear test. But you'll see that I've already busted it open and that I've tried it because I just tried filming this video and realized I wasn't recording. So I got as far as actually applying it to my face and realized the red light wasn't on. It's on now, right? Yes. Okay. So we're recording. So I'm going to go ahead and just click this. I'm going to go ahead and swipe this just straight onto my skin here. And just so you know, I have washed, moisturized, and put primer and foundation down as makeup. I don't have any other makeup on, and this is normally when I would apply concealer after my foundation. So I'm gonna start with that amount underneath my eye, and I'm gonna go ahead and tap this in. I feel like I should give you a little bit of background on this product. So I'm on the La Prairie site, and just to kind of highlight their description here, it's a multitasking highlighter meant to disguise fatigue. It also acts as the perfect makeup primer while soothing and conditioning skin. I guess I could have maybe tried it before foundation, but we'll see what they mean by that. And some of the benefits: gives instant luminosity to eye area and cheekbones while reducing the appearance of fatigue, dark circles, and imperfections. Brightens, conceals, primes, and conditions. Helps minimize the appearance of lines and wrinkles. So basically, it says it does everything. And because I just did this, I know that this product, it's a little bit tacky. So my preferred application method is to definitely tap this concealer on, not to kind of like swipe it and blend it in, but to definitely tap it either with your finger or with a brush, you know, if you're a concealer brush kind of gal. I happen to like using a brush with concealers. Either my finger or a brush is generally what I use with concealers. So lately I've been using the Sigma P82 brush. This is basically what that brush looks like. It's like a tiny version of the Zoeva Face Shape 110 brush. That I like. It's great, I think, if you just want to quickly blend out concealer, but I feel like when I have to do this like tapping motion, I like a smaller brush and I can kind of mimic the fingertip. So there is shade number 10 applied right underneath my eye there. I really like this shade. It definitely is very brightening for my skin tone. If you're a little bit fairer than me, I think it's going to be a little bit more natural. If you're any darker than I am, I would go up to shade 20. Otherwise, I think this is going to be a little bit too brightening. I'm gonna go ahead and swipe a little bit more onto my eyelid. I have a lot of discoloration on my eyelids, so I would like to cover that up a little bit. And I'm just going to swatch some here for you so you can see that the color is very peach. So I think that's where the correction comes in. I also don't think you need a lot of this product. You saw how kind of little I used, and I think it covers up my entire lid nicely. So there it is applied to one eye using my finger. So without, and I think it does a great job brightening. I think it does a great job concealing. And I do see a bit of blurring going on. I don't feel like it's emphasizing my fine lines at all. In fact, I do think it's blurring them just a bit right underneath here. So I'm gonna go ahead and swipe a bit more onto this other eye. And this time I'm gonna go ahead and use this Sigma brush. I think it blends in really nicely. I don't think that this blends in quite as smoothly and seamlessly as the Chanel longwear concealer that I love, or the Lila B concealer that's in the little pot. Those two, for me, like whoosh, like one swipe and they're blended in. This one takes just a little bit more. It's not difficult by any means, but it's definitely not as quick and easy as those. And I think it's because of this kind of like priming characteristic that it has. It really is very kind of tacky. And I find the tackier the product, the more I have to kind of pounce, and I can't just swipe to blend in. When I swipe something that's kind of tacky, I feel like I'm dragging it, like it's sticking actually to my brush or my finger, and I'm actually dragging it. So I like to pounce, and that always takes a wee bit longer than swiping it to blend in. All right, so there's the concealer applied. I'm gonna take a close look here. I really like the brightening effect. I do think this shade works very, very well with my skin tone. I feel like it has concealed and camouflaged that discoloration that I experience around my eyes quite a bit. I will say that if I had to choose application tool, I think I like the finger better. I think it's a little bit more seamless than the brush side. The brush is very, very close, but there's just something about the finger side that I think looks a little bit smoother. I am also very much enjoying this kind of slight blurring effect I see underneath the eyes. I hope you guys can see that, or that the camera is kind of picking it up. But it's really, really nice. Now, a lot of concealers I feel like do that upon first application. It's just kind of once you get going into your day that it'll fall apart, that it starts to sink in or starts to do weird things under the eyes. So we will definitely see. So what I think I'm gonna do is I am going to set one side down with some loose powder, and I wanna see what the side without the loose powder does as well. So we'll do that and see what happens. So I'm gonna go ahead with the Cle de Peau loose translucent powder, and I'm gonna use my Chikuhodo Z1 brush, which is my favorite loose powder brush. Just picking up a little bit with the brush, and I'm going to apply it to my right eye. And I'm just going to press onto my eye area and then sweep away any excess. All right, let's take another look here. I feel like the powdering kind of emphasized some of my finer lines in here. That's a little bit to be expected, but usually when I use this translucent loose powder, and the reason why I love this one is because this doesn't usually happen. So I wonder if it's the combination of this loose powder and concealer. Let me just see if I can kind of tap that out. I feel like the side without the powder definitely still looks a little bit more blurred, a little bit less fine lines there. So those are my first observations. I'm gonna try and actually film another video right now, but I'm gonna avoid or try to avoid applying any kind of eye makeup because I really want to see how this concealer wears without any interference. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll be back in a few hours. Oh, let me tell you what time it is. It is 10 o'clock now, so 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'll be back probably around 2 o'clock for like a 4-hour check-in, and we'll take a look at the concealer at that point. So I will see you then. Hey guys, it's about 2:20 in the afternoon, so I've had this makeup on for about 4.5 hours. So let's do a close look at this La Prairie concealer corrector highlighter situation. I just took a close look in the mirror and it is looking fantastic. So this is a side that I did not set. So I expected, I don't know, for it to be kind of like worn off at this point, or at least wearing off a little bit. And this is the side with the powder. I think both sides look amazing. I think both sides look really, really good. I don't see any of my under eye lines coming through any bit like any bit more than when I first applied it. And just to let you know, the only eye makeup I have on is a little bit of the Chanel, the new crayons. I just used that to kind of line around my eyes, just to define my eyes a little bit, but that's it. I didn't put on any eyeshadow or anything. So all I have is the powder on this side and nothing on this side. So the only thing I see over here is just the teeniest, you probably can see it, I'm gonna zoom in here, but the teeniest bit of a creasing right there. So if I were to use this product in the future, I probably would put eyeshadow on and I would probably kind of powder down my lid and maybe even use like a primer or something. So I don't think that that is too big of a problem. I'm definitely always a little bit more concerned, especially when it comes to concealer, about what is going on underneath my eyes. And I think it's looking really great. I think it's looking really flawless. So we'll do some close-ups. So anyway, I am loving, loving, loving this concealer. I think it looks great. So I will be back at around dinner time to give you a final check-in and my final thoughts and everything, and I will see you then. Hey guys, it is about 8:45 in the evening. I was just about to wash my face and I was like, I don't think I did a final review, final check-in thing for this La Prairie concealer. So here I am, and I've had this on for a very long time. So I actually cannot remember when I put this on in the morning, but when I'm editing, I'll be able to tell you. So I don't know, I think around 10 or 11 hours. So I think in general, my makeup is looking not so great. I've had a heck of a day. I had a really busy afternoon, and then I had to go pick up my puppy at the vet, and we've just been kind of convalescing on the couch. She had a very minor procedure. Anyway, she's fine, but I kind of forgot all about this, the makeup I had on and the review that I was doing. But anyway, she was kind of like licking my face or whatever. She did not lick around my eyes, so we can definitely take a look at the concealer a little bit more closely. But I do feel like my makeup looks a little jacked up. I do feel like the skin around this eye, which is the eye that I powdered, is definitely looking a little bit drier than this eye. And I don't think that this concealer has necessarily moved or faded. I think it's actually pretty amazing. I'm just looking at myself in the mirror over here. And like I had mentioned, I think at my first check-in, it looks like it creased up here, just in this one kind of like random fold I have in my eyelid right here. It just creased there. I don't think it's gotten necessarily worse, but it's still there. I haven't like blended it out or anything. But the concealer is still, it's still there, and it didn't really move. And I feel like it looks much better on the side without any powder. So I kind of feel like you don't need to set this concealer down, which is kind of crazy. But I am gonna zoom in, and hopefully you can see kind of like the little fine lines that are kind of peeking through this eye, and they're not peeking through on this eye. Isn't that amazing? So I think this concealer is pretty darn amazing, so long as you don't set it. I think setting it really kind of sucked kind of like the life out of it. So anyway, that is my very brief sort of final review. I kind of gave you all the information up front, but that is how I feel about it. This is definitely going into my arsenal of concealers. I really like the way this eye looks. I think it looks great. So that is my review for the La Prairie Light Fantastic Cellular Concealing Brightening Eye Treatment. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Please comment down below if you have any questions about this product, or if you've used this product. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. And definitely subscribe to my channel if you want to kind of stay in the know for Concealer Week. I am hoping to be uploading 8 days consecutively for Concealer Week. That's my plan for now, but we'll see how it goes. And I will see you in my next video.